Okay, so I saw this video on my Instagram Reels that was talking about the process of getting to know someone and how important it is to have your focus in the right place. And I just wanted to kind of regurgitate what that video talks about. It's going to be in the description if you want to watch the original one. I'm not going to be adding too much to it, but I just wanted to put it here so I don't forget it and so more people can see it because, it's important. So basically, what he said was too often in the getting to know someone stage, do we focus on the end goal or the end product? For example, I'm talking to this girl right now, and I like thinking ahead. I like overthinking things even because I'm scared of uncertainty. So what happens is I have this idea in my mind of how I want this to go. So I treat every interaction of ours like a test almost, or like a challenge. Like I need to pass this, I need to defeat this boss, I need to pass this test, overcome this challenge so I can get closer to achieving my goal, which I think on its own isn't necessarily a bad thing. But what happens, or what can happen, is you lose track of what's actually in front of you. You fall in love with this idea, or you get attached to this idea of what this person is, rather than actually finding out who they really are. And, for some people, they don't find out who someone really is until it's too late. And that's why you see breakups happen. That's why you see divorces happen. It's very extreme, but I hope you understand what I'm getting at. But even outside of like romantic relationships, it's still a thing. For example, I could meet this guy walking around and we hit it off. I'm like, yo, this dude is awesome. He could be my best man at my wedding, type of awesome. Now I have this weird pressure every time I interact with this dude. Like, I don't want to mess this up because he has to be my best man at my wedding. It's like, again, a little bit more extreme and maybe not completely all the way how I really do think, but when I start spiraling and my anxiety kind of takes control of my emotions, that's the kind of exaggeration and hyperbole that my mind thinks in. Everything feels very like end of the worldy. So that's the type of stuff that does feel like a real threat when I'm in that spiraling space. And for me, I spiral a lot when I overthink, and overthinking comes from a lot of things, but the last time I was overthinking was when I tried to justify, I want to keep this vague. Forget, I'm not keeping it vague. So this girl was not responding to my texts as often as she did, and I started to think about all the things that could be happening, because in my mind the world revolves around me. As much as I don't want to admit it, and I don't want that to be the case, when I get anxious, it's usually because I can't think from someone else's perspective. It's like, why is this happening to me? Bro, shut up. It's not happening to you, buddy. Let's be clear. And if it is, that girl's not for you. That boy's not for you, okay? But most of the time, it's something completely different. Some life thing. Life happens. And in this case, that's what it was. So I feel very bad, but also it's a learning moment to not act like it's the end of the world because a girl didn't text you back within an hour. People are busy. She especially is a lot more busy than me. So I'm over here with the time to do something like this, and record a video like this, you know. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted this video to be about. I hope this helped you in some way. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I'll try better. But yeah, thank y'all for listening / watching.